Dundee Elementary is a K-5 that has been at its current site since 1893 and in its current building since 1953, although it has had additions and upgrades. Its gym was a local high school built in 1937. Old Dundee has maintenance issues and is right next to a highway at its old location on 5th and 99W. Thanks to a bond voters passed in 2020, Dundee is moving to a brand new building on 800 Southeast 8th Street, several blocks away from the highway. The 8th Street Dundee building will debut at an open house this August. Before then, and before the old Dundee building is sold, 5 former students and a retired Dundee principal walked through its narrow hallways and shared the unforgettable times they had there.
Dundee School is really special. The first memory I have is seeing a picture of my mother sitting on the porch steps of the gymnasium, and that was clear back in the 30s and 40s. And then when I came here, the school it didn't have all the additions on it yet. It just had 2 wings. And I just remember the brick and how brick is such a solid foundation for things. And it's still standing today. And so every time I drive by, it's like I remember those days when we played Batman and Robin on the playground, or maybe the Mod Squad as we got a little older and more adventurous. I remember spinning around the poles on the outside of the buildings, playing dodgeball. I remember one year when I was in 4th grade, we did the Grinch Stole Christmas for the Christmas celebration. And I got to play the Grinch. My hair was so long, and they put it way up on top of my head, and it sprung out on all sides, and they painted my face green, and I had humongous eyebrows. And my first line was, "Bah humbug."
I still see lots of kids that I had here, or I consider them my kids, and still really good kids, and they've turned out to be really good adults. So I think it was a pretty happy place. Basically good staff that took good care of their kids. I remember mostly it's all of the bright little faces and happiness that was here. If you had a down day and you couldn't walk down the hall and high five and those kinds of things and come back feeling good, something's wrong with you.
I was a kind of a terror in Mr. Crocker's class. He put up with a lot from me. One time I brought my Hannah Montana nail polish to school, and I was painting my nails in the desk, and he smelled the nail polish, and he had to take it away from me. But I heard recently, my friend that was in that class with me, she has been substitute teaching. She had a conversation with Mr. Crocker, and he thought that was pretty funny.
I remember the carnivals, they always had the fish, and they also had like a bounce house, and I remember my brother and his friends, they got a sticky hand stuck on the ceiling one time.
Just that I went to school with all my friends through the whole elementary school and graduated with them. And I still talk to a lot of them still today.
I have so many memories. This place has every corner has a new memory. And so I remember being in kindergarten and meeting my classmates for the first time. I remember being in 1st grade with Mrs. Sommers as my teacher, and she let us watch caterpillars come out of chrysalis.
I'm driven by the new building, and it looks really nice and modern and all of that. I hope the same feeling transfers over there that we had here, and I'm sure it will. This is a really nice community. I don't expect that it'll be any different that way.
I am so excited for the students of Dundee to get to be in a new building. It's a huge responsibility to go to a brand new school. You get to take care of it, you get to build new memories there, you get to define the brand and the personality of the school, and that's exciting for kids.
I'm excited for the new building. I can understand why they made one. This building has been around for a really long time. And it does make me sad to see it not used as a school anymore, but it makes sense to me. So I'm hoping that it is a new place for kids to create their memories.